EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Davis now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Jaguars at 8-8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll get that underneath ETN.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
You look at this Patriots defense.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Webb. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Fields.
The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Patriots put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Point after try forthcoming. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a play fake here on first down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. But you look at this Patriots defense.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
To the air again, Fields. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll try the left side. Webb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Pats have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to throw here. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
That's complete. It's Bell.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Up the middle they go. It's Webb. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now Fields. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free. Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Jalen Polk. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to left side. Webb. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there.
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Patriots are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Fields.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Palmer. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go now. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. ETN once more.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Davis. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Let's go.
They'll run with Davis. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, shot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0.
Jaguars nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Shut up.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll run on first down. It's Webb. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
101 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Here's Fields. That's taken in by Palmer.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground. ETN dancing away at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it's Davis.
Oh, that is well read on the backside, and he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
Let's go.
A give to ETN running right.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Set.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to claw one back.
Extra point splits the uprights. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now this complete to Polk.
And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Patriots.
On 1st down, Webb. Now they can't bring him down. And he's got this down to the 35.
123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
That one caught by Polk.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Patriots have got it on cruise control.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On second down, ETN once more.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
On third down, here's ETN.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
ETN on the toss right.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about. Is
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Devin Lloyd. He's the one that drops in this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but...
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Patriots are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game well decided a long time ago.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Fields now to throw. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. Down the left sideline.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Patriots add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On the counter, Etienne.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
60 Eagles, 60.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Cougar 19. Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Webb.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. They run the counter. Webb. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for New England,
a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,